Did you know that in a small mountain village in Japan, there's a 98-year-old doctor who still performs surgeries with hands steadier than most surgeons half his age? His name is Dr. Kenji Nakamura, and when medical researchers asked him about his secret, he didn't mention expensive supplements or cutting-edge treatments. Instead, he walked them to his kitchen and opened his refrigerator. What they found there changed everything we thought we knew about longevity. You see, Dr. Nakamura and dozens of other Japanese physicians who've lived past 95 all share something remarkable. They don't just prescribe medicine to their patients, they prescribe specific foods that act like medicine in your body. Foods so powerful that eating them daily can literally rewire your biology for longevity. And here's what shocked the research team from Harvard Medical School when they studied these extraordinary doctors. These weren't exotic superfoods or expensive imports. They were simple, everyday ingredients that you can find at any grocery store. But there's something even more incredible. When these researchers analyzed the blood work of these centenarian doctors, they found biomarkers that looked 30 years younger than their actual age. Their inflammation levels were lower than healthy 50-year-olds. Their cellular aging markers suggested they were biologically decades younger. The secret wasn't genetics. It wasn't luck. It was 5 specific foods they ate religiously every single day. Before we dive into these life-changing foods, tell us in the comments below your current age and whether you've ever wondered what it would feel like to have the energy and vitality of someone decades younger. We're reading every single comment and personally responding with customized advice. Now, let's discover these 5 foods that could add decades to your life. Number 5. The purple powerhouse that rebuilds your brain. Every single morning, at exactly 6:30 a.m., Dr. Yuki Tanaka, now 102 years old and still practicing medicine in Kyoto, starts her day with a small bowl of something that most Americans throw away without a second thought: purple cabbage. But this isn't just any purple cabbage preparation. She ferments it using a method passed down through 4 generations of her family. What makes this so extraordinary? Purple cabbage contains the highest concentration of anthocyanins of any vegetable on Earth. These are the same compounds that give blueberries their reputation as a superfood. But purple cabbage has nearly 4 times more. When Dr. Tanaka's blood was analyzed, researchers found anthocyanin levels that were off the charts. Her brain scans showed neural pathways that looked like those of a 40-year-old. Here's what happens in your body when you eat purple cabbage daily. These anthocyanins cross the blood-brain barrier and literally repair damaged neurons. They stimulate the growth of new brain cells in the hippocampus, the area responsible for memory formation. A groundbreaking study from Tohoku University followed 3,000 adults over 65 for 12 years. Those who consumed purple vegetables daily maintained cognitive function equivalent to people 15 years younger. But the magic doesn't stop there. Purple cabbage is also loaded with vitamin C, containing more per serving than oranges. It provides vitamin K for bone health, folate for DNA repair, and fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. The fermentation process Dr. Tanaka uses multiplies these benefits exponentially. The beneficial bacteria produced during fermentation create compounds that reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. The preparation method matters enormously. Raw purple cabbage is good, but fermented purple cabbage is extraordinary. The fermentation breaks down the cell walls, making nutrients more bioavailable. It also creates probiotics that transform your gut microbiome. Japanese centenarians who eat fermented purple vegetables daily have gut bacteria profiles that look completely different from average adults. They have more diversity, more beneficial strains, and virtually no harmful bacteria. To get maximum benefits, aim for half a cup of purple cabbage daily. You can buy fermented versions at health food stores or make your own by massaging shredded purple cabbage with sea salt and letting it sit for a few days. The slight sourness tells you the beneficial bacteria are doing their work. Add it to salads, eat it as a side dish, or blend it into smoothies. Your brain will thank you, and you'll likely notice sharper thinking within just 2 weeks. Number 4. The golden treasure that turns back time at the cellular level. Dr. Hiroshi Yamamoto, at 97 years old, still sees patients 6 days a week and has the energy of someone half his age. When researchers examined his daily routine, they discovered something fascinating. Every single meal, without exception, includes a specific golden-colored food that most people have never heard of. Natto. Natto is fermented soybeans that have been transformed by a special bacteria called Bacillus subtilis. It looks unusual, has a strong smell, and creates sticky strings when you lift it with chopsticks. Most foreigners find it off-putting at first, but this humble food contains something absolutely remarkable. An enzyme called nattokinase that acts like a natural blood thinner and clot dissolver. Here's where it gets incredible. Nattokinase can dissolve blood clots more effectively than many pharmaceutical drugs. It breaks down fibrin, the protein that forms clots, and keeps your blood flowing smoothly. Japanese people who eat natto regularly have some of the lowest rates of heart disease and stroke in the world. A massive study of 29,000 Japanese adults found that those eating natto daily had 25% fewer cardiovascular events over 16 years of follow-up. But nattokinase is just the beginning. Natto is also the richest dietary source of vitamin K2 on the planet. This vitamin is crucial for bone health and cardiovascular function. It directs calcium away from your arteries where it causes problems and into your bones where it belongs. People eating natto daily maintain bone density well into their 90s and have arteries that remain flexible and clear. The fermentation process also creates spermidine, a compound that triggers autophagy, your body's cellular cleanup system. Think of it as a recycling program for your cells. Damaged components get broken down and rebuilt into healthy new parts. Studies show that spermidine can extend lifespan by up to 25% by keeping cells young and functional. Dr. Yamamoto eats exactly 50 grams of natto every morning, about 1 small package. He mixes it with a raw egg, green onions, and a touch of soy sauce. The combination provides complete protein, healthy fats, and a perfect balance of nutrients. His blood work shows cholesterol levels of a 30-year-old and inflammation markers that are practically undetectable. If you're new to natto, start small. The taste and texture can be challenging for beginners. Try mixing a tablespoon into scrambled eggs or stirring it into miso soup. Some health food stores carry natto, or you can order it online. The benefits are so profound that it's worth acquiring the taste. Many people find that adding mustard and soy sauce makes it much more palatable. Number 3. The ocean vegetable that supercharges your metabolism. Every afternoon at 2 p.m., Dr. Sachiko Watanabe takes a break from her medical practice to enjoy a cup of tea and a small bowl of something that grows beneath the waves. At 99 years old, she moves with the grace of a dancer and has skin that looks decades younger than her age. Her secret? Wakame seaweed. This isn't just any seaweed. Wakame is a brown algae that contains a unique compound called fucoxanthin. This golden pigment has been shown to boost metabolism by up to 20% and specifically target belly fat. But that's just the beginning of wakame's remarkable properties. Wakame contains more iodine per serving than any other food source, providing exactly what your thyroid needs to function optimally. Your thyroid controls your entire metabolic rate, energy production, and cellular repair processes. When Dr. Watanabe's thyroid function was tested, researchers found hormone levels identical to those of a healthy 40-year-old woman. Her metabolism burns calories at a rate that defies her age. But the real magic happens at the cellular level. Wakame is packed with something called alginates, natural compounds that bind to heavy metals and toxins in your digestive system and escort them out of your body. Think of alginates as molecular magnets that attract and remove the cellular garbage that accelerates aging. A study from Hokkaido University found that people eating seaweed daily had 60% lower levels of mercury, lead, and other toxic metals in their blood. The mineral content of wakame is absolutely staggering. It contains more calcium than milk, more iron than spinach, and more potassium than bananas. These aren't synthetic vitamins that your body struggles to absorb. These are bioavailable minerals that your cells can use immediately. The magnesium in wakame activates over 300 enzymes in your body. The zinc supports immune function and wound healing. The selenium acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting your DNA from damage. Dr. Watanabe prepares her wakame in the traditional way. She soaks dried wakame in warm water for 10 minutes until it expands to 5 times its original size. Then she adds it to miso soup, salads, or eats it plain with a splash of rice vinegar. The taste is mild and slightly oceanic, nothing overwhelming. Many people describe it as refreshing and clean tasting. The longevity benefits become apparent quickly. People who start eating wakame daily report increased energy within the first week. Their hair becomes shinier, their skin clearer, their digestion more regular. The iodine supports healthy weight management, while the fucoxanthin specifically targets stubborn fat deposits around the midsection that become more common with age. You can find dried wakame at Asian grocery stores or order it online. Start with a tablespoon daily and gradually increase to 2 or 3 tablespoons. Soak it in water, drain it, and add it to soups, salads, or rice dishes. The investment in your health is minimal, but the returns are extraordinary. Number 2. The crimson jewel that protects your heart and arteries. At 101 years old, Dr. Masato Kobayashi still performs complex cardiac surgeries with precision that amazes his younger colleagues. His secret weapon isn't found in any medical textbook. It's sitting in a jar in his kitchen, and he consumes exactly 2 tablespoons every single day without fail. Umeboshi, Japanese pickled plums. These aren't ordinary plums. Umeboshi are green plums that have been salt-cured and aged for months, sometimes years. The process transforms them into intensely sour, salty jewels that pucker your mouth and flood your system with protective compounds. Dr. Kobayashi's cardiovascular system functions like that of a man in his 40s, and umeboshi deserves much of the credit. The pickling process creates something remarkable called citric acid in concentrations found nowhere else in nature. This citric acid doesn't just add sourness. It chelates minerals, making them more absorbable. It alkalizes your blood, counteracting the acidic effects of stress and poor diet. Most importantly, it prevents the formation of lactic acid in your muscles and organs, the compound responsible for fatigue and cellular aging. But here's where umeboshi becomes truly extraordinary. The salt-curing process concentrates antioxidants called polyphenols to levels that rival the most potent superfoods. These polyphenols specifically target inflammation in your cardiovascular system. They prevent oxidation of cholesterol, the process that turns harmless cholesterol into artery-clogging plaque. A 15-year study of Japanese adults found that those eating umeboshi daily had 40% fewer heart attacks and 35% fewer strokes. The mineral profile of umeboshi is perfectly balanced for cardiovascular health. High potassium helps regulate blood pressure. Magnesium relaxes blood vessel walls. Calcium supports proper heart rhythm. The natural sodium, though it sounds counterintuitive, actually helps your body maintain optimal fluid balance when combined with the high potassium content. Dr. Kobayashi eats one umeboshi first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and another in the afternoon with green tea. He credits this practice with maintaining his surgical stamina and mental clarity. The intense flavor signals your digestive system to produce enzymes and stomach acid, optimizing nutrient absorption for the entire day. The taste is admittedly challenging for newcomers. Umeboshi are intensely sour and salty, more medicinal than culinary. But Japanese centenarians view them as edible medicine. Start with half an umeboshi daily, or mash one into rice to dilute the intensity. Health food stores often carry them, or you can find them at Japanese markets. The benefits to your cardiovascular system are worth acquiring the taste. Number 1. The emerald liquid that activates your longevity genes. This is it, the number one food that every single Japanese centenarian doctor consumes multiple times daily. Dr. Akiko Suzuki, at 104 years old, still conducts medical research and publishes papers that influence global health policy. When scientists analyzed her blood, they found genetic expression patterns that suggested her cells were aging 50% slower than normal. Her secret isn't a secret at all. It's sitting on kitchen shelves across Japan, consumed by millions. Yet most people have no idea they're drinking liquid longevity. Matcha, green tea. But this isn't the sweet, frothy drink served at coffee shops. This is ceremonial-grade matcha, stone ground from shade-grown tea leaves, consumed in its pure, unsweetened form. Dr. Suzuki drinks 4 cups daily, each prepared with the precision of a chemistry experiment. The ritual itself is part of the medicine. Here's what makes matcha absolutely extraordinary. When you drink regular green tea, you steep the leaves and throw them away, discarding most of the nutrients. With matcha, you consume the entire leaf, ground into powder. This delivers 137 times more antioxidants than regular green tea. The concentration of beneficial compounds is so high that matcha registers off the charts on every antioxidant scale ever developed. The key compound is something called EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate. This molecule can cross the blood-brain barrier and directly activate longevity genes called sirtuins. These genes control cellular aging, inflammation, and stress resistance. When activated, they tell your cells to repair damage, resist disease, and maintain youthful function. Studies show that people with high EGCG levels live significantly longer and age more slowly at the cellular level. There you have it, 5 simple foods that Japanese doctors credit with adding decades to their lives. Purple cabbage for brain protection, natto for cardiovascular health, wakame for metabolism, umeboshi for heart function, and matcha for cellular repair. These aren't expensive supplements or complicated protocols. They're everyday ingredients that can transform your biology from the inside out. Start with just one food tomorrow and add another each week. Your future 100-year-old self will thank you for taking action today.